Hello everyone, it's Shannon with Shannon's Crafty DIYs. Welcome to my channel. Today I have two really fun modern farmhouse DIYs to share with you. A lot of my materials did come from the Dollarama or the Dollar Tree. One is also I would consider a trash to treasure. You'll see what I mean in the end. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Give it a big thumbs up if you guys liked what you see. And remember, I do post videos every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. And all right, so why don't we begin with today's tutorials. I am so excited that I was able to get my hands on these cathedral type frames from the Dollar Tree before our lockdown. And so this came off, so the backing came off. So look at this, guys, you actually have two frames if you wanted to, and I could use that black part as a stencil in the future, just an idea. So I'm just using this welcome sign. I already had this on hand. I've had this, honestly, I probably think at least a year sitting in my drawer. What do you want to do with me? So I'm just giving it a coat of black acrylic paint. Again, most of my paints are from the Dollarama, and I do have some Waverly chalk paint from the States when I was able to go last year. So I bought this tobacco basket at Walmart this past year. I didn't haul it, I forgot to, but it was only $8, and I had this wreath from a previous DIY as well. I can link that in the description box below. It was a farmhouse frame that I did with that. So what I'm doing is I'm just actually attaching it to the tobacco basket with some of this craft wire that I got from Dollarama and just giving a little twist tie action in the back. And I'm not doing anything permanently because, again, you guys know I'm in a lockdown. So the fact that I was able to reuse this wreath, this is perfect for me right now because I can't go out and buy anything. So what I'm going to do is attach the frame to this as well, just using some of this farmhouse buffalo check ribbon that I found at the Dollar Tree and just attaching it that way. So here I'm just determining how I want to position my welcome sign, and I'm just seeing where it lays on the frame because I don't want to hot glue everything, if that makes sense. I'm only going to just hot glue where I know the welcome sign is going to attach to the frame. So here I'm just making another one of my simple bows, making it crisscross here, and then I'm just going to pinch it in the center, and I'm just going to cut off an extra little piece of the ribbon, and I'm going to hot glue it to the center of the bow in order to seal everything in place. We are coming to the end of the first DIY. Guys, I'm having so much fun doing this. Who else is also crafting their stash with me this month? I am loving the fact that I can challenge myself using items that I already have in my home. This is it, guys. I think it turned out super adorable. And remember, it's not permanent, so you can rearrange it if you want, use it in another DIY. Also, I love it. So the second DIY, I'm actually going to count it as two separate DIYs, but they will go together in the end. You'll see what I mean. So I just showed you that pot that I made. I made that last year, actually before my YouTube channel. And I'll show you a picture. I love using that one. It's in my kitchen right now on the Trash to Treasure display that I carry all my oils and salt and peppers, everything. I'll show you guys. So this is a really fun little trick. Taking these terracotta pots, I got 4 in a package at the Dollar Tree. They are the mini ones. All you do is take some hot glue and you can make any pattern you like. This is what I love about this. It's super customizable. This one I'm making a little bit of a different pattern than the first one that I showed you, and I'm gonna make 3 total. So stay tuned. So don't worry, it's going to look a little bit messy right now, but the trick is we are going to paint it. So I'm just taking some white acrylic paint and some of the Waverly chalk paint and ballet slipper. So I am doing the dry brushing technique here, but I'm actually applying just a little tiny bit more paint than I normally would. Again, this is customizable as well. You don't have to put as much either, but I just think it's so nice when you can actually see some of the terracotta showing through the paint. So now I'm just going to fill them with some flowers. So Remember this rose ball that I got from the wedding section at Dollarama? I'm just gonna peel them off the foam ball, and I'm gonna use some toothpicks in order to make like a temporary stem. Now remember guys, you can take all the flowers off and use the foam ball for another DIY in the future. You can make a topiary with it. You can make it into a snowman later at Christmas. And just taking some spare floral foam that I already had, just going to cut a little bit down to size in order to fit the bottom of the pot, and then that way I can add the flowers in there without them falling all over. Super cute like this, but I'm just gonna add a little bit of greenery to it as well. These stems were part of the, remember when I made that welcome sign from Dollar Tree? It looked like a rabbit for Easter. This was just excess because I found the leaves a little too long for the frame. So now it's always good to keep things just like this on hand because you never know when you could use them. I mean, I don't keep everything guys, but sometimes when it's like leaves and foliage, I like to keep these just in case. So just hot gluing a few pieces in the center of these flowers, again, looks so pretty. So this was the trash to treasure that I was kind of talking about. So I've had this from Dollarama. I'm telling you guys, we've lived in our house for almost 3 years, and I bought it at the very beginning because I wanted to put it over our shower head, but our shower head is too big and it did not fit. So I didn't know what to do with it. We actually ended up buying one of those shower caddies that, you know, go from tub to the ceiling. So that way it has like a couple of shelves on it, if you know what I mean. You just put it right in the corner. Anyway, I just gave it two coats of the Rust-Oleum spray paint in white. And here it is all dry. And I'm going to take some of these plant stakes that I had from Dollarama, and I'm going to take 6 total. And so I'm just putting 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom. Now there is a little bit of space left, but that didn't bother me. If you guys wanted to make sure it was flush with the edges of the shelf, you could cut another stake lengthwise if you wanted to. But again, that for me was too much trouble. So I'm just measuring the length of the shelf, and I'm going to just cut it with my scissors, and I'm going to use that initial one that I measured and cut each one to size to fit the first one that I cut. Because if you keep cutting from the next one to the next one to the next one, I feel like the stakes just get bigger and bigger. So now I just want to stain them a little bit. Now I like using the burnt umber the way it is normally. You still see the wood grains through the paint as well. However, I didn't want it to be as dark, and I'm not saying dark in a bad way. I just didn't want it to be as dark as it normally gets. I just only wanted it to be maybe a shade or two darker than the natural wood that I have right now. Now remember, it does look a little darker to begin with also because I am using water this time, and it does moisten the wood a little bit. So wait till it's completely dry to see if you like that color, and if you do, keep it. If you don't, you can apply another coating just like I'm doing here. So here it is all dry. I actually, at the very final photo you'll see, I did give it one more coat of paint. I just wanted to go just a little bit darker. So here I am just gonna hot glue everything in place. Yay, I'm so glad I was able to get my hands on one of these as well before everything closed. So I'm actually just gonna cut off the burlap ribbon. Now remember guys, this ribbon is exactly what I got from the Dollarama in the past. So I'm actually gonna keep this for a future DIY in case I need it. So I'm just gonna hot glue it to the top, just kind of where it would go over the shower head. Just make sure you hot glue it the right side up. So I'm just kind of lining everything where I want. I'm just going to hold it in place, and I'm just going to add a generous portion of hot glue and then set it in place. And then you'll see after, I'm just going to go over it with some more hot glue just over the actual frame in order to give it some really good strong stability. taking some of this burlap ribbon that I was able to get from Michael's. It was on clearance, but it was still $3.50, so it's a little bit more than what you would get at a Dollar Tree, but it was beautiful, so I couldn't pass it up. So I'm just going to make another simple bow, just kind of crisscrossing it over just like this. I have made a bow like this in the past, and I'm just going to make a tail as well, just a little bit longer than the center of the bow. And just pinching the center, and I'm just going to use some of this beautiful lace ribbon from the Dollarama, and I'm going to hot glue it to the center as well. And make sure not to burn yourself. And here I am just going to dovetail the ends of the ribbon. So now I'm just going to hot glue the bow above the flower sign. Now make sure to leave a little bit of room at the top of the bow because you want to be able to hang it on a wall if you like. And just made another little simple bow with the lace ribbon from the Dollarama, and I was going to hot glue it to the center. Now, oh my gosh, guys, you are going to see in just a second, I had so much fun doing this. I am so glad I was able to find a purpose for this shower caddy that I've had for almost 3 years, guys. How adorable is this? You can hang it on a wall. You could hang it outside if you wanted to. This is great for the kitchen. Oh, and I love these terracotta pots. I hope this inspired you to do something creative with your terracotta pots as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell button to be notified every time I upload a new video. You guys know I do post videos every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, and I would love it for you guys to stick around and let's do some more DIYs in the future. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.